Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to the Power of Three in August 2025. It's your general monthly reading. And you saw in the title, we're looking at who's rushing towards you. Um, there's also a surprise for you this month, for everyone. Now, I know that if you are a regular here, that you've been told that there will be a word for you from the Holy Spirit in December, the last month of the year, but there's a surprise word for you this month. So, without further ado, let's get your word from the Holy Spirit. Here we go, Capricorn. Nothing can separate you from my love. Let this divine assurance trickle through your mind and into your heart and soul. Whenever you start to feel fearful, or anxious, repeat this unconditional promise. Nothing can separate you from your love, Jesus. Most of mankind's misery stems from feeling unloved. In the midst of adverse circumstances, people tend to feel that love has been withdrawn and they have been forsaken. This feeling of abandonment is often worse than the adversity itself. Be assured that I never abandon any of my children, not even temporarily. I will never leave you or forsake you. My presence watches over you continually. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. For Capricorn, let's see what is going to come out to begin this. What's rushing towards them in August 2025 for their heights. Good. I hope you guys are having a great summer. And let's see what the Holy Spirit has to say for you. And before we do that, I forgot to do this. Let's see. Okay. Your faith has faith, you go in peace. So obviously a little concern about, you might not even know right now. Okay. You might just, it's intuition. Things are changing and you know it, and you don't know how they're going to change. Whether that's something you know is coming in, like a job, but you don't know where. Or, and new people will be coming towards you in that scenario. But for all of you, it's going to be a little different. Now, this is also, I find this very special, this deck, but this is the Blessed Bee. We're using it for the overall energy. So it's basically a blessing on whatever it is that you need. Now, please remember that this is general. So it's not going to resonate with every single one of you, but take any good advice you can if it's not actually resonating with something in your life right now. A blessing for a mother. Your faith has saved you. Go in peace. For some of you, you know that it might be time to let go of, you know, a child that's maybe going off to university or just moving away, getting married, whatever the case may be. That's what's coming towards you. Like I said, it's change, it's intuition. It's that's what I feel like for a lot of you Capricorns. It's just those things that you can it's inevitable. The changes are inevitable. That's how you know it's coming. Because of a child's age or just the situation, the time of the year, whatever it is, you know it's time. But it's not bad. Your faith has saved you. Go in peace. It's just having to let go of, you know, memories. And you don't have to let go of them, but you feel like you are when you're letting that person go. Off to college, off to marriage, off to a different part of the world to work, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to be reading you the message for your supporting energy. It's coming from the Wisdom of Green Oracle. It's quick. They're not long messages. But you'll see why I have to read you the message because it just gives you, a word, a type of tree. So we'll find out what the meaning of that for you. Supporting energy, please, for Capricorn. A blessing for a mother. What'd you get? Oh, that's quite, I just find that quite ironic to go along with a blessing for a mother. How many mothers have gone picking apples for their family so they have apples to eat for treats? They have candied apples, they have apple pies, apple strudel, whatever mom makes, right? Might be maybe sending someone off with their favorite apple treats. Who knows? We'll see what the advice is from this. Give me 1 second. I gotta look it up here. 67. Here we go. Bless others with a full and open heart. Not only when you feel affectionate toward them, but also when they annoy you. Let your actions reveal your sense of generosity, whether it is material, spiritual, or emotional. See, it's like, the kids might have been bad that day. You might be looking back on the days that you maybe had to come down hard on them. And these are the things that are going through your mind as you feel like, well, now they're grown up and they're not kids anymore, and that time is gone. But you remember back to the time when you tried to kind of just end the day that maybe didn't go so good. Maybe somebody got grounded, maybe whatever. With a nice apple treat, homemade. It's everybody's favorite to kind of soothe the feeling, soothe the soul kind of thing. Because that's what moms do. You're making me emotional, Capricorn. Cut it out. All right. Now, another thing this month, there's a brand new deck. I'm so excited about this deck. It's just so beautiful. A lot of the things are related to trees. Um, and the energy you see in the river, it's all moving one direction, it's coming towards you, whatever it is. It's meant to be. It's trying to stop a river. You can't. You can't command the river. You let the river command you, right? So this is the changes. This is what's coming into your life. It can't be stopped. It's just part of life. So we're doing the main spread with Forest of Enchantment. Sign of Capricorn for their highest good. What do they need to know? For the month of August 2025. Jackie, you did good. Jackie. Oh, good for being bad. I'm sorry if you. I know the mic gets rid of some of it, I think. All right, Capricorn. King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There you go. You are, I think, showing up immediately. You know, the thing about kids is they leave you. You see what's next to them is his pet. It's a difficult transition. You've worked hard, you've provided for them to get them where they're at in life now, and then boom, your job's done. But that's the way it feels. It never really is done. They always need you. You always need them. But just like that pet beside you there, that with pet, they never grow up and leave you. They grow up, but they don't leave you until they're gone. And that's kind of what we still kind of go on. I'm the same way. I'm not a Capricorn, but I, like my kids are grown up, and I have my babies here, my birds and my dogs, um, and I care for them just like the kids. I even talk to them like the kids sometimes, But this is the change that's coming at you. This is what's coming down that river. You have to stop. You just have to get yourself through it as lovingly as you can. See, This is the Knight of Swords, the Seeker of Challenges. It's just, you just basically have to suit up and go through it because it's not bad. I think what this is and what I'm getting from this Capricorn is you hiding your emotions. You're trying to be a big boy, big girl about this as, your baby goes off and, you can't go back. There's like a moment where you just would give just about anything to go back to when you were a baby and start again. It's not a bad thing. It's just a difficult emotional transition. One more, please, for Capricorn. August 2025. Right. Like I said, it's not that. And you will heal and you will transition as well as with and as well as the situation. Okay, you'll grow into who you're supposed to be next, which is right now just letting go and finding your way and finding ways to care for life itself just like you have for your child all this time. But there'll come a time when you'll be a grandparent. And you know that. These are the things you're thinking about when you look up at the stars at night and wonder if your kid's okay, how they're doing, and maybe when things will change again. Because now you're kind of holding on ready for whatever now. Because now that they're growing and they're gone, anything can happen now. Because you're not really involved in it directly, you're just going to be alongside of it. Trying to hide your emotions, especially if you find yourself a divine masculine in this energy, especially that's what I'm picking up on here. But we have a blessing for a mother. So what I feel is it's the parent. Okay, this is the parent thing. You're going through it together, but you don't handle it the same. Okay, so whether you're the male or the female here, maybe you're both, maybe you're watching this together. That'd be awesome. You handle it different, and I feel the divine masculine is going to try to hide his emotion, where mom's going to try and make sure that they never forget that special apple pie or special apple strudel or whatever it is that nobody but her, well, nobody but you, mom, can make. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. This is an argument. This is choosing your words carefully because you're emotional right now and you don't, the last thing you want to do would trigger an argument at the moment of them move, their last day there, when you're dropping them off, you know, you don't I just feel like it's just crucial that you choose your words carefully. Behind that seven wands, which is defending or being, you don't want to put them on the defense like you've got a problem or, you know what I mean, a problem with what they're doing, where they're going. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to be too so emotional that they feel like they shouldn't do that because they're really hurting you. So I feel like the divine masculine here is trying to, that's exactly what you're trying to do with this is hide. Even the first one sees hiding. He's in his little, like, you probably have a good cry about it when you know absolutely nobody's around but your pet to see you cry. And in the meantime, you've got a suit of armor on here, and nobody's actually going to know how you feel. It is what it is. It can't be stopped. And all you can do is wish upon a star that everything will be okay, including yourself and you know what I mean? Like, and you will be. You and your divine feminine, the mom and the dad here, you will get through this. Well, it's just you both are handling it in your own way. Now, it's very exciting for me It's a new deck. I hope you guys are excited. It's really simple. It's called Tarot of the Trees. Yeah. Oh, Amber Freed. Tarot of the Trees. It's not, it's a really simple title. It's such an exquisite deck. And it's all about trees, forests. So we're gonna clarify with this one. The decks, you know how you guys that are always here, know that each sign every month gets their own clarifier, but this every once in a while, a month comes along where that doesn't happen and the deck just stays the same. It's very hard on me. But this this is a brand new deck and I love it. So here we go. Let's clarify this King of Pentacles for Capricorn. Jackie, what do we get? Yes. Okay. No, nobody's dying, but that part of life, that era is gone. It's over. They're grown, they're gone. It's time for them to go, like I say, work, live somewhere else. They won't be there as your child anymore. So you're holding on to that pet with all your might to get through this. It's an emotional time. Knight of Swords for Capricorn. King of Cups. Like I said, that is on there. No, you're not fighting, you're hiding. You've got this barrier on so that they don't see how actually emotional you really are about all this. You're just trying to be a strong parent, strong divine masculine, whether it's your daughter or your son, whatever, leaving, it doesn't matter. You're very emotional about it and you're trying to not show them that. You're trying to show them that you're as ready for this as they are, but you're not. But you will be eventually. Starlight. I don't know if you guys are liking this deck so far. The first two cards I just find it exquisite. Starlight. Page of Wands. This is the message, the messenger. Messages, phone calls. You can see the youth here. The young masculine, a young male. So maybe that's what we're dealing with here. But, again, looking up at the starlight, wondering, should I message them? Will they message me? Will they stay in contact? I'd love to know what's going on with them. And judging from this, I feel like they will. Okay. I feel like it's very important that but you see the look there? Sure, there's a little bit of apprehension there. There's excitement. It comes from being useful. And they want to know that you're behind them 100%. And you are. But that would be a little difficult to show if you fell apart in front of them all the time. All right, bottom of this deck. You're not going to be surprised to see that. Eight of Wands. Look how it blends in with the background. Huh? Isn't that awesome? Eight of Wands. We know what that is, don't we? Movement. Movement. And it's a big move for parents that love their child. Five of Pentacles. Look at this behind that. The old folks feeling left out in the cold now. This is part of life. That part of life is over and this part of life begins. That's what it's about. All right, let's extra clarify for Capricorn with the Crow Tarot. Sign of Capricorn, please give them their advice on who's coming towards them. Well, I can tell you he's coming towards you. It's your child as an adult and all the changes that are going to come with that. Here we go with a blessing for a mother with Apple. 10 of Swords. You're going to laugh. Seriously, this is not that kind of betrayal. It's like feeling betrayed by life because moms moms are really particular about their bake. Okay, especially moms that put a lot of pride, have their own special secret recipe with that certain something in there that nobody quite knows how you get it to taste like that or be like that. The texture of the apples, the crust, whatever the case may be. Again, whatever it is, it might be strudel, it could be anything to do with apples. The whole point of pushing that favorite thing that only mom can do is so that they know that even though they're out there in the world, they'll never ever. Mom doesn't want to be replaced. You know what I mean? She doesn't want somebody to want the person meeting up with somebody and their mom makes the greatest whatever. This is what's terrifying the divine feminine, right? That special thing that she's always done for her son in this scenario, we'll say, remains number one and the best. So that sense of betrayal will happen now because, you know, I mean, that could still happen, but it hasn't yet. But, when you go into other parts of the world or you fall in love, you tend to look at things maybe a little bit differently and you might just fall in love with that pie of the mother-in-law's pie just that much more because of the love, you see. So mom would feel very betrayed if that happened. And it all might just be, like I say, over apple pie. I don't know. But with dad, you just gotta hold back those emotions. Let's see what comes out here for death under the King of Pentacles. And I think you just feel like you're dying inside right now, like I say, emotionally, and you're hiding all of it. Page of Wands, it's here twice. Messages. I just feel like this is you constantly. The one thing you are adamant about is keeping in contact. Please, you can message me any time of the day or night if you need me or you need something or you just want to talk because I, would that would make me feel good too, right? I think this is about the only thing that you can impress upon them without getting too emotional is that staying in contact. See, we've got it here under the starlight. Maybe a couple days have gone by, no message. Do I panic? What did they interpret as keeping in contact? Maybe you felt maybe once a day, but maybe they thought maybe once a week. Hard to say. King of Cups under the Knight of Swords. That heavily armored Knight of Swords. He's got to keep his comments to himself. Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords. So we've got the King and Queen of Cups. So we've got the mom and dad energy here, okay? They both care. They're both sad. They're both emotional. They're proud, but yet, see the Four of Swords here? It's like, it's a difficult time for the parents. I'm telling you. It's just difficult. So there's a lot of prayer. There's a lot of just trying to stay calm. You know, maybe if you're having a moment, see how the two are outside the window? You know what I feel like that's there? Dad and son outside while mom's having a breakdown. Okay? Heartbreak on the wall. The Three of Swords, that's a heartbreak on the wall. It's gonna be hung up. She knows it's true. She knows it's gotta happen. She knows she's gotta get through it. But hey, one day at a time, right? Well, you fell apart today. Big deal. Dad's out there saying it's fine. She's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're kind of backing each other up when he's questioning maybe dad should have said something and didn't, and maybe taking that funny. She's maybe mom's there to explain, saying He just doesn't want to break down and cry, right? So it just kind of explains this look here. A little bit of confusion, but once it's explained and you really understand person and how they react to pain and letting go and emotions and the whole caboodle, it makes it that much easier. But they're going to get distracted. Okay, I wouldn't look for that text every day. I really wouldn't. You're setting yourself up for heartbreak. Trust that they'll message you when either I think they're just going to be overwhelmed, right, with whatever's going on, wherever they are, school, whatever, friends, invitations, whatnot. You're going to get put in the background. I'm going to tell you now, it happens. You might go a good spell without hearing from them and start to worry. Don't, because they will reach out. You will hear from them. And in that time of not hearing from them, and then you finally do, and it's okay, and everything's okay, and they're updating you and bringing you up to speed on everything that's happened. And I meant to call you, Dad. I meant to call your mom, but and once you hear these things, you'll start to rest a little bit. You'll start to know that it's going to be okay. You're all going to be okay. You're going to get through this. Just go hug the dog, man, or the cat, or whatever it is. Wheel of Fortune. Under that for this clarifying your advice. Starlight, Page of Wand, Wheel of Fortune. It's just you're not gonna have any control over it. That's what I'm saying, and you know it. And just be glad when those phone calls come in. If you're not here, here's something for you to a little thing for you to just remind yourself when you're having a little panic attack that can come like that. When it all of a sudden you might be getting in the vehicle going somewhere and think, holy shit, all of a sudden it's been like, I haven't heard from them in like 3 weeks. And then that's all it takes, right? Remember, no news is good news. Okay? So before you go off on a freak session and have yourself sick to your stomach and wondering if you should text them, which I suppose you can if you want, right? But you want to know what sucks even more? When you text somebody and they don't answer you back, you're really going to freak out. So wait it out. I don't know. I'm not saying don't text them. Obviously, you can text them, but depends on it depends on the person themselves. Some people do that and they just think even though they love and adore you, you're not their priority, right? So it's a hard pill to swallow. The late tower at the bottom of the deck. It's a hard pill to swallow. But like we've learned, and look what's behind that though. Ta-da! It's your twice the star. It's not bad. It's just part of life. It's a harder part of life, like death itself. But it's not death. It's just a part of life. You're going to get through it, Capricorn. Okay. Now that's pretty much it, and we're going to close this out now with a message from the mermaids and fairies. They're all hanging out at the side of that river. Let's see. Comes out for Capricorn, August 2025. These birds are out of control today. You guys are in so much trouble. Yeah, you're being very bad. Okay. Capricorn. That was very quick. Oh, you're gonna like this treasure chest. Treasure chest. I feel like I didn't say that right this time. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. And I know exactly what that is. You're gonna be like, I remember what I was like before I even had kids. I got a little bit of freedom. I can go do that now. Remember that thing I said I wanted to go? I can do that now. And you start to get a little bit of excitement and a little bit of the heat back. Nice, nice. I like it a lot. Capricorn, I really, really hope that this has helped you to get through this time you're going through. And all I ever ask is for you to poke that like button on your way out. Make sure you subscribe. It's free. Comment if you would like. Everything is free. And thank you, because your time isn't. And I thank you so very much for spending your time here with me. My name's Amber, by the way. So hello and welcome to anybody that's new. And I'll see you again very, very soon for another one. Capricorn. Take care of yourself till then. Bye for now.